Fueling the dream while clocking in. How creatives survive and grow in day jobs. Let me say this clearly. If you're an artist and you work a day job and you feel like you don't fit in, that's not a flaw. It's a signal. You feel it in the routine, the fluorescent lights, the meetings that could have been emails, the clock in, the clock out, the rhythm that just feels like it's shrinking you instead of growing you. And listen, no shade to anyone who generally wants that life. Some people do. But if you are there to fund your artistry, the mismatch is loud on purpose. You're not broken. You're not misplaced. And that matters. This isn't your destination. It's just a layover. Now here's where people mess up. They let the tension turn into resentment. Man, I'm wasting my time here. I shouldn't even be here. I'm behind. That mindset will drain you. So let's reframe it. Your job isn't your enemy. It's actually your investor. That paycheck is seed money, gear, studio time, courses, marketing, traveling. You're not just working hours. You're trading blocks of time now for blocks of freedom later. And most importantly, your job title isn't your identity. The badge that you wear on your chest isn't who you are. Your portfolio is. Now, to survive this phase without losing your damn mind, you need some boundaries. 5 minutes before you clock in, breathe and set one intention. 5 minutes after you clock out, write down one creative next step. Not 10, just one. Carry like a creative token. In my case, it'll be a lens cap. Or in your case, it would be a pen or anything that reminds you of why you're here. So when the nonsense starts, you touch it. That reminder is why you're here. Also, do not take emotional overtime. You're renting your time, not your nervous system. This is how you build your exit plan like a professional and not a dreamer. Creative freedom isn't a wish. It's a plan. You got to be able to know your numbers. So say, for example, 3 to 6 months, you create real lean expenses. I mean, you got to go bare bones, right? Then you start auto transferring money into like a fund just so you don't feel motivated to save. You got to create revenue ready offers, not ideas. Offers, dog, offers. And track any progress with facts, not vibes. Facts like consistent booking, repeat clients, income covering most of your expenses. All right, let's talk about this amateur hour at the Apollo that you call of a job. The problem is that you feel like you don't fit in because you see people taking shortcuts, you see people being inefficient, you see them wasting time, and you come to work and you like, bro, I just came to do the job so I can get the money you owe me so I can go ahead and fund the rest of my life and my dream. But you tend to kind of absorb that energy that's in there as opposed to observing it. You got to be like a scientist, and this is like I'm doing a study. I want to see how this business runs, because again, if you have dreams to run your own business, you got to see what running a business looks like. How can you do it better? Keep a running list of like things that you see that you want to make sure that you never do. So that way, when you do get your own spot, that list of stuff that you wrote down on your lunch break or whenever you had time, it becomes like your competitive edge. And speaking of your lunch break, don't get on your damn phone and start scrolling Instagram. Do something creative. Fill your brain with something more than just twerking down your timeline. Go research something that you have more interest in. In my case, it might be a software of something that I saw, and I'm like, okay, well, what's the price? How much is it gonna cost me? How can I apply this to the business? You know, something that's going to keep your tank moving forward. Because getting one thing done daily beats 10 things getting delayed. And finally, protect your identity, bro. You're not an employee who sometimes creates. You're an artist who rents his time out to this job. Say it that way, okay? This is what you got to do. You got to post weekly. I know. It's hard, but think of posting as like a diary. This is you documenting your progress. So when you look back at it, you be like, oh, that's where I was at this time during the year. And stop worrying about if you get a lot of likes or anything like that. You doing this as a documentation that this is where I was at when I was there. Also, if you got a client base already, you got to email them folk monthly. Let them know what's going on. Even if it's not a whole lot going on, you don't want to go ghost mode on them. You got to stay visible. And when I say stay visible, I mean like you get the emails from, in my case, I get them from Home Depot or a small rig or anything like that. You might get them from Sheen or Fashion Nova. Look at what their emails are saying. It's offering something, or it's telling you about something that they always piggybacking off of some holiday or something like that. So take note as to what they're doing and apply that to your own business. When it's time to go, you'll know, big dog, that fear, it won't disappoint you because that math is mathing, that momentum is moving, and you know in your gut things is lining up. So take that leap, leave that job, trust in your process, trust that you did enough to make it. You'll know. You're building a bridge while you walk on it. So don't panic. Treat that job like a temporary investor. Guard your energy. Keep stacking them intentional steps, because that person that's waiting for you on the other side, that's the better version of you, they got that light on for you, man. They waiting for you. So go and get what you deserve and keep going. Thanks for listening. This has been my blogcast. I'm trying something new. So if you can do me that solid and go ahead and just tell me what you think by leaving a comment or just double tapping, I like the double taps. Just show you love. Appreciate you.